So welcome back to the garage here in Marrakesh. Now, racing as we know it finished yesterday, of course, but today we've got rookie testing. And, well, there's no action on track because, ironically, here we are near the Sahara Desert and it started to drizzle. So all the cars are actually in here at the moment. Engineers are working hard, but I'm going to have a word with our drivers just to see what they think. So I'm going to grab Nelson. Right, engage. Now tell me, how is Pietro getting on? Because I didn't realise that when he was actually doing sim work, you were sort of really engineering him, really helping him on. In fact, here he is now. We'll talk to him in a second. But how do you think he's getting on today?
It's going well. I mean, obviously Pietro is a very young driver. He's, the last couple of years, been driving big, strong cars. So you have to sort of, in a way, step a little bit back and you know, these kind of cars, you cannot overdrive them because of the tire, because of the weight, because of just the format of this car. So, you know, I've been trying to tell him, you know, instead of like a big, strong race car where you attack a lot and then you come down, this one you kind of have to build from the bottom up, you know, because it's just the way this car is. But he's been doing a good job. I mean, he went out, he's been on top of the boards, and then he just didn't manage to go out again. So yeah, I mean, he's over there, top 6. So very good for a young driver and first time in this car.
And what's the feedback that he's been given like?
I mean, these first couple of hours is all about exploring the car and understanding and getting confidence. You know, I mean, the track that we're driving here is surrounded by walls. So not only he has a new car, a new track, it's also surrounded by walls. So to find the limit of the car, it's not like you're going to do a little mistake and use the runoff. If you do a little mistake, you're going to hit the wall. So, and especially for a young driver that, you know, he's moving up the ranks, he's trying to get a contract here and there, you know, they don't want to cause any damage in the car or whatever like that. So there is a little bit of pressure built into the young drivers. So yeah, you need to give them a bit of time to feel confident. And then, you know, slowly they'll understand about the car, they'll be able to push and get the maximum out of it.
Well, it sounds from what the team have said to me that when your racing career ends, you've got a career as an engineer ahead of you.
Well, it depends. Let's see how much money it makes me.
Okay, I'm going to grab a word with Pietro now. Have you enjoyed it so far? So, I mean, that's actually the most important thing. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, for sure I've enjoyed it. We've got, I think, like 2-3 runs in before the rain came in. But for sure, it's been really good. Been awesome to work with the whole Jaguar team, and I'm looking forward to getting back in the car.
Now, Nelson was just saying that obviously he's been giving you some tips and advice and sort of engineering you and telling you a lot about how to actually tackle these cars. So the cars that you've been driving, explain, because they're big, heavy, powerful cars. You've got to adapt a very different driving style for these.
Yeah, for sure, because I was racing World Series last year. It's a really big, high downforce car, a lot of horsepower, carbon brakes, so you can sort of attack the corners a lot, you know, hit the brakes like with a massive, you know, pressure. Then when you come with these cars, you have to be a bit more sensitive on entry. You know, the car's a lot more sensitive on entry. You have to hit the brakes a bit softer. So it's just managing that, adapting to it. So Nelson's been helping me a lot with that. And yeah, just gonna keep improving as the day goes on.
And what's it like racing on street circuits like this, where you've got big concrete walls? There's no runoff. I mean, there is on some of the end of the long straights, but it must be quite daunting.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go straight out at 100%. You know what I mean? You always leave a little margin for error. So, but I think as the day goes on, you start getting closer and closer to the walls, and when you do that 200 kilowatt lap, you know, qualifying run, you'll be pushing at 100%. But for sure, it's a lot less forgiving than a normal racetrack.
And have you done any work with regen yet?
No, not yet. I think we're gonna do some at the late morning session, but started raining, so now we're just waiting. Yeah.
I mean, how much experience of rain have you actually had? I can't believe that this is the first time we've actually getting, you know, wet track, and we're here virtually next door to the Sahara Desert. It seems a bit ironic.
Yeah, it's a little strange. I wasn't expecting rain. I was expecting it to be a lot hotter than what it is now. But, you know, I've had quite a bit of wet experience, but I think the team doesn't want to run too much in the wet. It's a bit risky, so we'll just wait it out and see if it dries.
Okay, well, listen, thank you very much. That's going to be it from now. I'm going to see if I can catch up with the other side of the garage a little bit later on.